Started with just 100 and now I have about 350 ducks, parent stock. Not to talk about the ones I'm releasing, selling, but the ones that are only laying for me and I'm hatching they are over 350 now. Ducks are one of the easiest best you can ever keep. You could see the sales I'm making. If 1 day old duck is 50 cedis. So if you don't hatch and every week you're able to hatch 100, 5,000 Ghana. They don't face such problems like coccidiosis with the fowls, fowl pox. They become dull. Ever since I've started, not even a single one died.
So I shared a video on my status last time, and I got a lot of viewers asking, is there really demand for ducks? Is duck farming profitable? So many questions. Do people really eat ducks? Myself, I want answers to those questions. So I'm currently in Junior Miss Farm, and he is telling me a different story. Duck farming is really profitable, even profitable than normal chicken. If this is your first time on the channel, don't forget to hit the like button and come here. Okay. So, Paul, can you introduce yourself to my audience?
My name is Paul Tete from Odumase Krobo.
Okay.
The name of the farm is Jinyami Farms.
Paul, can you tell me a little background about how you started the farm?
This whole thing started, this idea was there when I was in university. So during the outbreak of coronavirus, when we were given the break to come home, I came to buy 2 mature turkeys, which are females, and 1 male. So I started with that, and before the outbreak was a little down when we went back to school. So after completion, we were not posted. So I decided to venture into this poultry farming. So that was where the idea started.
Okay. So currently, Dispelling farm, what do you do?
I have jumbo Peking ducks and some few Muscovy ducks. I have turkeys, the foreign breed, the Bourbon red turkeys, which are the brown turkeys, and some few hybrid turkeys too. And I do a lot of local fowls, and we call them Fulani giant local fowls. So for now, I have goat too, but that one is not really commercial.
Okay. So how many years so far? From 2019, how many years have you been doing?
From 20, I think roughly 7 years now.
No, with the ducks.
With the ducks. For the ducks, this October will be my 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Now with your experience, what is it that you have discovered about ducks? When I posted your video, people were like, do people eat ducks? Yeah.
I could say there's market and people are eating ducks. Not like the first Ghanaians are not really into duck meat like that, but I can say now, from the time I have started, I'm normally into DOs. Okay. And the way the pressure is on me with the buying of the DOs, I'm sure people are eating, because if they are not eating the matured ones, the young ones they are buying from me, then where is it going to?
Okay. Before we get to that, did you just wake up one day and say, okay, I want to do that? Tell me the story behind.
I was firstly into mostly turkeys. Okay. And we are in some WhatsApp groups. Okay. So one day I was checking through the group messages and I came across someone selling duck eggs. So I decided, I was having incubator by then. So I said, well, let me call this farmer and see if I can get some of the duck eggs and hatch and keep in my farm. So after calling the farmer, his name is Pastor Divine, and the name of his pastor's farm. So after calling him, we had a little discussion. I asked him how the business is going, and he also asked me how the turkey farming is going. So he advised me that there is market for the ducks, so I should try my best to get more. So I listened to him and I bought 5 crates of the duck egg. Wait, by then one was 15 cedis per egg, the fetal eggs. So I bought 5 crates and I came to hatch. After hatching, I got 100 pieces and I started with that. And truly,
Everything hatch.
no, not everything. 5 crates about 150 eggs. So I got 100 out of the 150.
What are they doing?
They are crossing. You know, they like crossing a lot in water. So because they are seeing the water, that's why most of them are trying to cross.
Okay.
So I came to hatch and I got 100 pieces. And luckily, all of them survived. And I got the 100. And my first hatch, when they started laying, I got almost 50 pieces. And that 50 pieces, I was able to sell it 50 cedis for one. I got 2,500. For my first time making that kind of money, you know, the turkeys, they were not a lot by then. So you hatch them small and sell. So I realized what Pastor told me is true, that there's market and there's money inside the duck farming. So since then, I've been selling a lot, and the money, if I tell you the kind of money I made from just that 100 pieces I started with. So late last year, I decided to keep 300 more. So that's how come you see a lot of them here today.
Okay. How many types of breed do you keep on the farm?
This one, we call them jumbo Pekins.
Jumbo.
But the white ones are the Peking ducks that we know.
Okay.
But they are all in the same family. You could see some are black.
Okay.
Some are like ash with the green head.
Okay.
Those are roaring ducks. And we have the Swedish black. But we all call them jumbo Pekins. But there are 3 different breeds that are inside here, which is the roaring duck, the Swedish black duck, and the Peking. The Peking are the white ones. So there are 3 different kind of breeds inside here, but we term them jumbo Peking ducks.
Okay. Before you went for the eggs, what were some of the fears you were having?
Some of the marketing, because by then, the reason why I didn't start with duck farming is I heard Ghanaians don't really consume ducks more. So because of that, and I've not really seen anyone keeping ducks much like this until I went to Pastor's farm to see, and he's having a lot of them. So that motivated me to even do more.
Okay. My next question has to do with how did you overcome that fear?
I overcame the fear by how I started with the turkeys. When I started with the turkeys too, I didn't know anyone I'll be selling to. I was just making use of my social media platforms, WhatsApp, Facebook, and by then TikTok wasn't there. So by then it was only WhatsApp, TikTok, and Gigi online platform. Those were the places I was selling. So I was like, oh, if I can sell turkeys and they'll be moving on those platforms, I think when I start with the ducks, if I'm able to market them there, I'll get a lot of people to buy from me. So
if I get you right, what really motivated you to scale this business was because of the first money you got from the ducks?
Yeah, because
since then, did you change the face of the business?
I've changed. I started with just 100 and now I have about 350 ducks parent stock. Not to talk about the ones I'm releasing, selling, but the ones that are only laying for me and I'm hatching there, they are over 350 now.
Okay. Is it difficult to keep ducks?
Ducks are one of the easiest birds you can ever keep. These ones, I don't vaccinate them. The only thing I do is once a while, then I give them vitamins. But they don't give, they don't face such problems like coccidiosis with the fowls, fowl pox. They become dull. Ever since I've started, not even a single one died. So they are one of, if you really take care of them well, they are one of the easiest birds like you can raise on your farm. And
okay. So when you say really take care of them, what goes into taking care of them?
Okay, for them, what they need is they eat a lot. So you just have to find them a high, rich in protein feed. So from the beginning, from day one, you just have to give them their broiler starter for like up to 2 months. Then you switch to grower. When the feed you are giving them is balanced, they'll keep growing for you very fast. So that's all you need. Once, if you are into breeding, you start with broiler starter. Then when they are 2 months, you change to grower until you start seeing your first egg. Then you start giving them layer mash. Then they'll be laying for you. But if you are someone who wants to venture into the meat side, you just want to rear them and sell them for meat, and they grow really fast. By 2 to 3 months, when they are on broiler starter, they'll be ready by 2 to 3 months. So when you want to go into meat, you can feed them with broiler starter for just like 2 to 3 months, and they'll be ready. So this one we call them broiler ducks.
Okay.
Like how you keep the broiler fowls for just 8 weeks, 12 weeks, and they'll be ready for you.
Let's assume I come to you and I buy, let's say, 100 birds, just like you did, and I send them home. What do I need to do to keep all these birds? Can you run us through?
Okay. So taking care of these ducks, what I mostly advise those who are new into it, who want to start and they buy the ducklings from me. You know, ducks are very dirty. As you should see how they are making, just like this, how they are splashing the water on the ground. So advise them from day old, they get a cage with a wire mesh under, so that whatever, when you give them water and food, whatever they are doing inside the cage, it will be dropping down. You know, this disease of the fowls and these ducks, you know, they come about when their rooms are dirty. So if, let's say, you want to brood them in a room, and they are inside that same room, this water they are splashing or will be making the room dirty, and once they are eating the feed inside, it will affect them. So I advise people to get a cage with a wire mesh under to brood them. Then you need what they will eat inside and what they will drink inside, the feeders and drinkers.
The brooding.
The brooding.
Can you tell us more about how many weeks, how many days, how many months do you brood them?
For ducks, their brooding is just like 1 week. And I'm saying 1 week because they only need heat for just a week, and they won't need, unlike the fowls that you have to give them heat continuous for like 3 to 4 weeks before they can survive. But the ducks, their body itself generates heat. So just from the day 1 to a week, you just give them the heat. And once they are on the broiler starter, you find them an antibiotics and a vitamin. For that
what kind of antibiotics?
Or just any kind of antibiotics that we give to our birds, layers, then broilers. They can also take that same vitamin.
Okay.
So once you find your antibiotics, vitamin for them, then you'll be giving it to them from day 1. You give them their vitamin for like 4 days. Then you switch to the antibiotics. So you'll be doing that until they are 4 weeks old. By the time they get to 4 weeks old, all their feathers should have grown. Then by then you switch from the broiler starter, then you start giving them grower feed. And even after 1 month, and you can't be buying the feed, anything you give them, that's one thing I like about the ducks. Anything you give them, food under, when you go for those who are selling the cocoa, those things, or when you give to them, they'll eat and they'll grow very well for you.
That will make sure that you don't lose.
You don't lose them.
Okay. Don't lose. Okay. The next thing we would have to do with the structure. When I'm thinking about starting, should I consider fancy? Well, how should the structure be like?
No, okay. And for the ducks, so apart from the cage system I talk about for brooding them, when they are after 1 month to 2 months, you don't need any special structure. As you can look around here, it's a scrap wood that used to fence a place. But the only thing you have to take care of is a shade, so that in the afternoon like this, when the sun is up, you could see how most of them are resting under the shade. They are just running away from the sun. Or if you can't do a shade like this, just make sure where you are doing the fence, there is a tree inside, so that when the sun is up, they'll just hide under them. So they don't really need any special cage like how we do for the layers or our turkeys. And just a normal fence, you get a small portion of land, you fence around it with a shade inside, then you are good to go.
what have you noticed about this one that's a common disease that affects them?
Okay. The one common disease that I know that affects ducks is they won't be able to walk. When they are there, they'll be paralyzed.
Huh? Okay.
But that one too, once you quarantine that bird and you give it antibiotics for some time, it will be on the field by some few days.
What is the cause of that?
Paralysis. What I've noticed is when their room is very dirty.
Okay.
So they face that issue when it has rained. And the where they are is very muddy. They face that same problem. Or the feed you are giving them, normally they enjoy the feed when it's wet. But you have to take note of when you are feeding them, just give them the one that they can eat that same day. It shouldn't cross over to the next day, else bacteria will grow on it and it will give them that problem. So always make sure their room is always clean, and the feed you are mixing with water, it shouldn't cross to the next day. You should make sure you just fetch the quantity that they will be able to eat that same day and it will finish. So in order to solve that paralysis problem, you have to just make sure their room is clean. You give them clean water always, and wherever they are is very clean.
Let's walk towards one. I can see you have this pond for them. Is it a necessity?
What I would say is for the duck farming, we have two forms. Those who want to go into breeding, like I'm doing, the breeding is maybe you keep them, they'll be laying for you and hatch and sell their ducklings. That's the breeding side. But there are some people too who just do it for the meat purpose. They buy it, feed them for like 2 to 3 months and sell them. When you are someone who is keeping them for meat, you don't really need a pond for them to bath in. But if you are someone like me who is into the breeding, who is selling the ducklings, you definitely have to build a pond for them to bath inside. You could see as the water came in, most of them are starting to cross each other. They love crossing on the water a lot. So when you have the pond around them, most of your eggs that you'll be receiving from them, all of them will be fertilized. So that's one main reason why when you are into breeding, you have to make sure you get a pond for them.
Okay. So I want to raise, let's say, 100 birds. Let's say 300, as you are doing. Can you tell me the running cost? How much I would need on a monthly basis to feed them?
Okay. I can't really give you the exact figure which like amount you need to keep this same of like I have a lot of birds on my farm, so normally what I do is I prepare the feed in tons. Maybe this 1 month I prepare a ton for them. I give it to all the birds, but what I can guide you on is when you get them at day old, from day old we have a feed we call a magic starter.
Okay.
And that one, the protein content is very high than the broiler starter. So when you get them at day old and you get like 100 birds, I advise you get the magic starter from the beginning.
How much is the magic starter?
Magic starter, I think it's around 450 now. It's just 25 kg, but it's very expensive. So you just get that one, feed them with the one bag till you finish. Then you start with the broiler starter.
Since you said they eat a lot, in a month, how many of that will I need?
In a month, for just
100, 300, right?
300. From day old to a month old, you just need like the 50 kg, 2 bags.
2 bags. That's like almost 1,000.
1,000 cities.
Okay. Then what about the next month?
The next month, like I said, they feed a lot and they eat anything. So when you get like 2 or 3 bags of that feed, you can mix it with the wet. By a month old, anything you feed them, it goes with. So what I was doing is, after they were a month old, I was buying cabbages from the market. Then if I prepare 1 ton of the feed, I'll be giving it to them and mixing it with the layer feed with the cabbage, and they'll be eating. But to talk about the exact amount I used to feed the 100 birds till they grew, I can't really tell because I have a lot of birds on the farm, and when I prepare the feed, they all eat in the farm till it finishes, and I prepare.
Okay, so you prepare the feed
monthly.
How many tons do you prepare?
I prepare like 2 tons per month for all the birds in the farm.
And your running cost?
My running cost, it costs me about 12,000 for the 2 tons.
Okay, to keep
all the birds in the.
My next question has to do with some of the misconceptions about
ducks.
I know growing up though, they said like ducks when they grow too much, they tend to
It's never true. There was a time someone from Tamale ordered for day old, but there's no straight car here to Tamale, so I had to send it from here to Kumasi before a different car will pick it from Kumasi to Tamale. I was able to send it here, but when it got to Kumasi, the drivers that are going to Tamale said ducks have bad luck, and when you keep them, you won't prosper. Things that you are doing won't go on well for you. So they were all refusing to take the ducklings, and it was there till the next day. So the person who ordered for it had to call a different driver who was coming for load in Kumasi to bring it to him, and then they were not able to send it. They were saying ducks have bad luck, so they won't take it. But all those things is never true. I've been in this duck farming for 2 years now, and everything has been moving on well for me.
What about the snake bat?
It's never true. I've never seen,
especially the local one.
The local, you know, because of that thing they've been doing, that's why they say when they grow, they tend to say, but it's not true.
Looking at this duck, when selecting breed, I know selection of breed is very important. Why don't you do the local ones and want this specific?
You know, from the beginning, I have the idea of the local one not growing early. When you hatch them, it will take time like 7 months before they will grow. But this kind of breed, when you want to get them ready for meat, by 2 to 3 months, they are ready. And they lay a lot. Ever since I've started, they've been laying for more than a year now without stopping. Every single day we just get up, pick their eggs, and get them ready to incubate them. So they lay continuous, and they lay a lot of eggs. This one that you are seeing here, every day they give you more than 3 crates of eggs per day. But the local ones, when you are keeping them, when they lay like 10 to 15 eggs, then they sleep on it to brood them. So when you want to go into commercial farming, unless you have a lot of the local ones, but this one, when you get just few of them, you can go into commercial duck farming. So that's one main reason why I decided to go into the jumbo Pekins than the local ones.
I know they have other ones. That tall one.
The geese.
The geese, yeah. You don't have some. I
used to have some, but I've sold them all.
Why?
Oh, they are seasonal birds. They lay with seasons. So when I got them, they were not really laying for me, and I said to myself that it won't be profitable. We'll just be keeping them for some time. In just a year, they'll lay just like 2 times in a year for you. So business-wise, I don't really think it doesn't favor. It doesn't favor me, so I have to release them.
When starting the farm, what other things do you need, or do you think a farmer needs to consider?
The first thing is space, a land to start. Then when you have the land, the second thing you think about is your pen, or where you keep them. That's the second thing. After getting that one, then how to purchase your ducklings or day-old fowls. Then what they'll feed inside, what they'll drink inside. Then the last thing is feed. So once you're able to get all these things, I think you are set to start.
If you are to rank the two that take most of your money, as apart from the food, which other cost?
It's only the feed. It's only the feed.
Only the feed.
Because for medication, if you really keep them well, always their rooms are clean and you do everything right, you won't spend much on medications. For almost about some time now, I've not even spent a single CD going to buy medication to maybe cure or prevent any disease. I've just been giving them a normal vitamin, and I make sure always their room is always clean. So the only thing that takes money from you is their feeding. Apart from that, when you keep everything right, nothing else can really take your money from you.
What about labor? How many people do you need?
That one, it depends. Since I'm involved, I have 2 siblings that are helping me here. But if you are someone who you need to take someone to help you, I think that one too will be another cost.
The main issue about people asking, do people eat that?
Do people eat there?
Which people are eating the diet?
Okay, Ghana here right now, I think those who are eating a lot of the duck right now are the foreigners. You know, in Ghana we have a lot of foreigners, the Chinese people, the Japanese and all those, so there are a lot of them in our country right now. So I think about 80% of the people who are eating ducks in Ghana, they are those people. Just 20% of Ghanaians really fancy duck meat like that.
Yourself, you tried it?
I've tried it before, but ever since I've started the farming, eating the fowl, turkey, and this duck, it's very difficult for me, so I don't really.
So Paul, let's look at the marketing of ducks. How do you market ducks?
For marketing side, for someone who is not coming to the system, or a new farmer who would like to start a duck farming, the only advice I'll give to the person is to build your social media account. Focus more on social media than focusing on your community members and maybe your friends. Where you are really going to get the market from is on social media, and we have a lot of online markets like Gigi. It's also helpful. I've been using Gigi for like more than a year now, and when you post there, people really call, and they even call you to check up if people are really calling you. So one thing I will advise is you really build, when you want to enter into this farming, build your social media account. Whatever you are doing, you just keep posting. You will think people are not seeing, but a time will come, the calls will start coming, and you even know where the calls are coming from.
Okay, so let's say all my 300 is matured, and I want to sell everything. Can I get a buyer to take everything off?
When you have ducks like this that are ready, we have market women. Wherever you find yourself, when you go to the market, there are market women who are into selling of fowls and ducks. There are those people you can target. Maybe they come in, there are some of them, they come in, they won't pay you up front, but they will come and pick them, send them to the market, sell them for you, then bring the money back and come and pick. So when you are someone who wants to go into the meat, there are another set of people you have to consider too. You go to them, you talk to them, you bring them to your farm, introduce the best, then you go into agreements. Maybe if you know the duck one price is 200 cedis, you can sell it one for the person like 170, so that he or she can also go and sell it 200 and get the 30 cedis on it. So there are people that also buy them a lot. But I'm not normally into that side. My side is only the hatchery. I'm into the day-old, but I have a lot of people who buy the day-olds from me, raise them, and sell it to those market women. A lot.
What are some of the threats to this animal?
Snakes.
Snakes.
If where you find yourself is close to bushy area, snakes are one thing that will worry them a lot.
How do you control that?
When you find yourself, just make sure where their pen is, you always weed or spray around. Don't let around be bushy, because that's where they pass through to get inside. So make sure you weed around your pen and make sure either you weed or you spray always. So once you do that, you get rid of most of them.
What about it?
It depends on where you find yourself. My place like this is secure. Such things don't happen, but a lot of people complain from different kind of areas. But here, for me, my side here, I've never, ever since I started the farming, I've not encountered something like that before.
If someone wants to start, someone new wants to start, would you advise the person gets only females? And how many females? How many males?
Okay. What I advise them mostly is when you are buying at day old, it's very difficult to select the males and females. So always I advise them, if your target is you want to start with like 50 females, make sure you buy something like 100 of the ducklings. So in that way, when you raise them, then if you get your 50 females, then you select your males that will do the crossing for you. And normally the ratio is 4:1, 4 female to 1 male. So if you are having 40 females, that means you need 10 males to do the crossing for you. So 4 females to 1 male, that's the ratio. So when you buy them more and you get your females that you are looking for after selecting your males, the remaining of the males, you can sell them off for meat. You can decide to leave them. Nothing will happen, but just that they will consume your feed a lot. So the ratio is 4:1.
Also, I said there was this thing that someone said that when you buy them young, if it doesn't break their nose, they will die.
The ducks,
yes.
If you don't break their nose.
No, like their nose is blocked.
It's blocked.
Yes.
Oh, it's not true. I've never seen something like that before. This may be my first time hearing it. I've not heard it anywhere before. When it comes to their bedding, the ground, how often do you change it? We don't use any bedding. It's just the normal floor. Okay. We've not cemented it. Okay. But we use a spade once, like every 2 weeks. We use the spade to clear the feces and the feed that they drop on it. Every 2 weeks we clear it. But the way they splash water on the floor, if you use a bedding in their room, it will worry you a lot. So just if you are someone who wants to start, just the normal floor will be good to go.
And what do you use to maintain the scent?
The scent. You can go to the charcoal cellars. Those are the small particles, and you can spread around. Once you spread that one, it will absorb all the scent in their room.
I can see these ones are very noisy. Very well. This means you cannot do it in the midst of people.
Yes, but they are not always noisy like that. Normally, when you enter their room, you are someone they don't know, and you enter their pen like that before they will make that noise, or when you are about feeding them, or normally at night, when the light goes off, they become scared. So moving around, let them make a lot of noise. So it's not that they are always making the noise, but they have times that they do make the noise.
How are you able to cut down cost?
In farming, there's nothing like cutting down cost. If you want them healthy and very strong, the more you are feeding them well, the more they'll be producing for you very well. This one, they are just like layers. You can't go and buy layer feed and come and mix it with wheat brown and give it to them. Their laying will come. So if you want them to lay very well for you, just feed them well, and they also do well for you. So I don't do in cutting down costs and maybe going to buy feed and coming to mix it with anything just for the feed to be plenty and give it to them. I always give them the raw feed, balanced diet, once how it is prepared from the feed mill.
If they take water like this, then water will go.
That one there for sure. But once you are in business, The ducks, they love water, so you can't be a duck farmer without having water around.
Which of the breeds on the farm do you personally like so far?
With the ducks,
Yeah, this one.
I like the roaring ducks because of their color.
Which one is the right one?
And the one with the ash and
That one.
okay.
Right.
Because of the color, and they are not really common like the other ones.
Where did you get them? Is it part of your initial 100?
Yeah, they were part of my initial hand.
So meaning some of them are more than 2 years.
They'll be 2 years this coming October.
Okay. I think I like that one. That one with the.
This one.
Yeah.
It's a roaring male.
Okay.
The male are the one that look ash with a shiny head. Their females are the one the brown color. And the shoot is black too. The black and white. One thing I love about the black and white, we call them shoot is black.
Those ones. Like the local one.
But before 4 months, they will start laying.
4 months.
Less than 4 months, some of them can start laying. They lay early than the other ones. The white ones by 5 to 6 months before they start laying. But the shoot is black by 4 months. Most of them start laying.
So, Paul, is it that you are afraid of the feed cost and stuff? That's why you've not expanded from 300
to more. Everything you are doing in life, you have to do it gradually. I can't jump from 100 and move to 500 or 600 without testing the market. I've tested the market with 100 pieces. Now I've moved to 350. I want to test the market for that one too. If by some 6 months time and there's still pressure on me with the demand, I can decide to raise another set and move to the 500 or 600. But moving from just 100 to 500 or 600, it must put a lot of pressure on me if the market is not there like that. We don't do that. So you have to move step by step. So maybe, and now the way the demand is coming to, I'm sure a year by this time, you can meet like thousands when you come next time.
So the demand coming, is it from new farmers, right?
Most are new farmers.
New farmers.
Most to people that are all into ducks for meat. They buy the ducklings from me and raise them for meat.
Don't you think that if we have a lot of new farmers coming in and the demand is not growing, don't you think that there will be a glut in the system?
We are a lot in the country.
Okay.
What is our population now? Me alone can't supply or every farmer or every person. So, but there are new people that have to come in so that we'll be able to. We've been talking about something that the purchasing of or eating of dark meat in Ghana here is very low. Okay. So it's something we are trying to work on to put that demand high. We are trying to introduce dark meat to Ghanaians so that maybe in some years to come we will just love the dark meat like how we eat the fowls and the goat and the rest.
But from here they are going to dirty themselves.
They won't dirty themselves. Once they bath after bathing, they will go and dry themselves and that's all.
But this same animal don't like rainy season. Right.
Rainy
season. They don't like the rainy season.
Rain doesn't affect them. Okay. The only time it affects them is like how the ground is not cemented. If it rains, inside become muddy. Okay. So bacteria grow on the floor and it affects them, which makes them paralyzed. Okay. But like rain beating them and it will get them sick, it doesn't affect them like that. They are water-based, so rain doesn't affect them like that. And one thing about them is, you see how we prepare the place for them to be laying. They will never lay there. When you wake up in the morning, the eggs will be scattered all over. Wherever they are working and they've reached, they'll just drop the eggs. And they lay at night. They don't lay at daytime. If at this time you will never find the egg inside, but by the time you wake up by 6 a.m., Most of them have laid already.
Like the beds, poultry beds, how do you say? These are layers and stuff.
They
Yes, that's the
the shell is very
soft.
soft.
With the local fowls that, sorry, the foreign beds, the layers and stuff that you always have to keep the light on and stuff. This one's you have
Every laying bed needs at least some hours of light in order to prepare the system for the new egg that is coming. And this one, you can't do them without light.
they have to be light.
They have to be light day and night.